The New Secret Formula, 7 Secrets to Transformation. Copyright 2022 by Brian Miller. All rights reserved. No portion of this book may be reproduced, stored in a retrieval system, or transmitted in any form or by any means. Electronic, mechanical, photocopy, recording, scanning, or other, except for brief quotations in critical reviews or articles, without the prior written permission of the publisher. Dedication. Before I start this book, I must pay homage and give credit to where credit is due. I would not have been able to write this book, discover the secret, or have any amount of success in my life if it was not for God. I am extremely blessed and favored to reach this awareness, and I know that my understanding, impact, and income will only increase dramatically. In addition, I also want to pay special acknowledgments to those who have been an instrument of God's grace and favor to my life. The first recognition I must give is to the man who introduced me to the secret and since has been an example of what a true leader, man, father, and husband looks like. Brandon Oshadin. I appreciate you, brother, and thank you for everything you have done and continue to do. But more importantly, I thank you for who you are. To the great Bob Proctor, I am so thankful and grateful for you and the goal that you allowed to use you. Bob, you are the definition of a legacy builder. You are an inspiration to so many, including myself. I used to stay up and watch your videos, take notes, and re-watch them seeking understanding, which I knew you had. Bob, you got me out of the darkest moments of my life, your teachings from YouTube, to books to your monthly Facebook videos. I had a goal that we were going to be business partners, and even though you're not physically here, I know that seed is forming now. I love and appreciate you, Bob. Words cannot express the blessings you've brought into this world. Your name will live forever, Bob. And I'm just thankful that I had the opportunity to study your teachings and be a testimonial of your work. Now, this man is someone I have never met, and he probably doesn't even know who I am at this moment. But Myron Golden, I am so grateful for who you are. I was introduced to you when I was at a low point in my business, frustrated and confused on how I was going to reach that next level and earn money in my business. At that moment, God led me to an Instagram Live where you were talking. After you were done, I quickly signed up for your Make More Offers challenge and have been studying and applying what you say ever since. I know we will work together soon, and I am grateful that you have paved the way for me by strengthening my faith in God, business, and myself. As I write this, I must pay more respect to Brandon, who came into my high school and introduced me to Bob Proctor's teachings when I was 16 years old, and the same man who invited me to the Instagram Live which Myron was speaking on. Brandon, you are who you say you are. I appreciate you for becoming aware of your true self and seeking more of that essence every day, through your consistent study, practices, and dedication to pour into others daily. I could not have written this book, or even have the confidence to do any of this without God putting you in my life. Thank you, brother. This book is officially dedicated to God, my personal Savior, Jesus Christ. This book is also dedicated to you, the reader, and whether you believe in God or not, believe in yourself, because the new secret formula remains true regardless. Thank you. Transformation starts now. Secret number 1, know thyself. Have you ever asked yourself this question? Who am I? The first time I came across this question, I was 24 years old and had just purchased the Mastery Method course by Wake Up Wealthy, The Brotherhood, an elite program for young entrepreneurial men who have a desire to scale their business and life to new heights. As I studied the course material, there was an assignment to read a book titled The Untethered Soul by Michael Allen Singer. Like any good student, I quickly purchased the audio version instead of the physical copy and began to indulge myself in the Audible. Here, the author asked the question, "Who am I?" and challenged readers to do the same. So, I did. And before I ask you to consider this question, let's save some time and go over who you are not. You are not your name. That is what your parents gave you. Plus, you can change your name at any time. By the way, it is surprisingly easy. I am talking about who you truly are. Okay, let's keep this going. You are not an athlete. You are not the sport you play. You are not your profession. You are not your age. You are not your background. You are not your race. You are not your religion. You are not your gender. And you are not your sexual orientation. These are just titles and programs of your genetic and environmental conditioning. I want you to ask yourself who you are at the core without all the programs and titles. Who are you? Deep question, huh? Here's your first assignment. Ask yourself this question often and meditate on it. Oh, by the way, when you do this, there is going to be a little voice in your head talking to you. No, you are not going crazy. Well, maybe, but that's not because of the voice. Everyone has that inner voice. Quick newsflash, you are not that voice either, and half the time that voice is wrong. So don't pay too much attention, just be aware. Observe how chaotic the voice is. That voice always has something to say, and it lives for confusion and conflict. Do not give it too much energy. However, you must be aware of it. Now that we got that out of the way, let me give you some hints regarding the essence of who you are. And before you say, I don't know you, I do know you because I know myself, and therefore, I am you and you are me. Deep down to the tiniest atom in our body, we are the same. No, I am not high on shrooms at the moment. This is real life. I am you and you are me. We are the perfect balance of unity and uniqueness. Okay, too much too soon? Well, let's just skip to the point then. Here are some hints of who you really are. In the words of the legendary Bob Proctor, you are limitless and infinite. You are a mass of energy in a physical body. I bet that was a lot to take in. Trust me, it was for me the first time I heard that as a young, chubby black kid from the inner city with a short temper and a speech impediment. Bob had to be crazy. There was no way I was limitless or infinite. Well, guess what? He wasn't crazy. He was spot on. Regardless of what you believe in or where you go to search for the truth as to who you are, the answer is always going to be the same. Whether you choose science or religion, one side is going to say you are energy and the other is going to say you are spirit. The breakdown of spirit and energy is a topic for a whole different book. So, for now, just understand spirit and energy are the same, and everything is spirit and energy, including you. You are the highest form of energy on the earth. Let's go back 100 years. Look at the animals. They were doing the same thing they are now. Fish were swimming, monkeys were climbing trees, birds were flying. You get the point. But what did humans do? Is our world the same? Of course not. In 1920, we were just creating cars for everyone to drive. Now 100 years later, we have self-driving cars, space rockets, hoverboards, and the internet. Our world is completely different while everything else on the earth is living the same way. Why? Because we are designed to expand, grow, and create. We do this every single day, and 95% of us are not even aware of our purest gift. We are created in God's likeness and image. We were made to create our world, not just go to work and survive. Now, how is that for a wake-up call? I basically just told you, you're a wizard, Harry. Well, you're not exactly a wizard, more like an alchemist, a creator. In fact, everything in your world right now, you created, so congratulations. But we will get into that in later chapters. If you're reading this like, whoa, slow down. What is this guy even talking about? That's good. I want you to seek the truth and challenge everything I say with an open mind and heart. You should want some evidence to support these claims. So let's look at some references, shall we? Genesis chapter 2, verse 7. Then the Lord God formed a man from the dust of the ground and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life, and the man became a living being. Genesis chapter 1, verse 27. So God created man in his likeness and image. 2 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 8. To be absent from the body is to be present with the Lord. These are a couple from the Bible, and if you want me to break those down, then buy my next book. Yes, I like money, and so should you. More on that later. So, you don't believe in the Bible, and/or you want more proof? No worries. I told you everything is saying the same thing. How about science? Have you ever heard about Albert Einstein? Yep, the crazy smart dude with wild hair. He discovered this groundbreaking formula called the law of relativity. Quick disclosure, I never made it past Algebra 2 in school. Please do not ask me if I passed. Oh, and I cheated in stats, so I'm not a math whiz at all. But fortunately, you don't have to be to understand this. The formula is E equals mc squared. E stands for energy, M stands for matter, and C stands for speed of light. And you know what squared means, I hope. This is the formula for everything you see and feel in the universe. The stars, planets, plants, trees, animals, table, TV, and yep, you guessed it, especially you. The formula says that everything has two components, energy and matter. Energy is formless, and matter has form. You are a mass of energy, a spiritual being. Guess what else? Science and theology have both agreed that energy or spirit is limitless and infinite. Since you are a spirit in a body of mass, you are limitless and infinite. Oh, okay, I get it. You are one of those, I am not religious and science is a conspiracy. I'm spiritual, I need my crystals and tarot cards kind of person. I get it. That's cool, no judgment. So, what does one of the best spiritual teachers have to say about this? Well, Wayne W. Dyer states, "You are an infinite spiritual being having a temporary human experience." Are you catching the drift yet? The truth always results in the truth, regardless of where you look. I know this might sound crazy and difficult to fully grasp, but that's okay. You will get it. Seek ye first the kingdom. Just keep seeking the truth. The first secret to transformation in your life is to understand who you are. I believe the saying goes, "Know thyself," said Jesus Christ. For your first homework, you should complete these daily. First, meditate. Ask yourself who you are. Seek silence and listen. Seek the kingdom of God. P.S. It's inside of you. Then love and be present in the moment. Secret number 2, ownership. Time to rip off the Band-Aid. It is all your fault. Simple. You are in control of your life. You are the creator of your results. All of the results in your life are your fault. The failures, your fault. The sickness, your fault. The depression, your fault. Sorry, I am not trying to be politically correct here. That part of me left while I was in law school. My goal now is to be honest and spread the truth. So, yep, if you think your life is horrible, it is all your fault. Sounds tough, right? I know it is probably not what you wanted to hear. I know I did not want to face reality either when I checked my email and it said my bank account was overdrafted. Trust me, I did not want to hear that it was my fault when I came home and the water was getting shut off in the house where my girlfriend, 2-year-old son, and I were staying. Dang, this was my fault too? Yep, I did not want to hear it, but it was true. And the sooner I took ownership, the quicker I could change the situation. Listen, taking ownership is empowering yourself. Because guess what? If it's all your fault, then that means you have the power to change it as well. So, remember when you have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 figures in your bank account, and you have a superstar body that you love, and an endless amount of inner joy and happiness, that is all going to be your fault too. So, congratulations. It is all your fault. See, transformation is like driving to your new home in a different state. Once you decide that you're going to a new destination, you get everything ready as best as possible, hop in your car, put the address in your GPS, then take off. Now imagine that instead of allowing the GPS to use your current location, you enter a different address. So, for example, let's say you are currently in New York, NY, and you are moving to Los Angeles, California. However, instead of allowing the GPS to use your current location, you change the location to Atlanta, Georgia. Good luck getting to California. The path of transformation is the same. You must be honest about where you currently are in life so you can get to your desired destination. Now, I am not telling you to get emotionally involved or to start feeling sad and beating yourself up about your current results, or to start thinking that you are a loser and not worthy of anything. No, snap out of it right now. Why would you get upset about being somewhere after you already made the decision to leave? Does it make sense to start feeling like a failure and be sad while packing or driving to California because you once lived in New York? No, you would be happy that you're moving and going to the place where you desire to be. You will even start expecting to see the ocean, Feel the beautiful California sun, taste the food you are about to eat, and imagine all the fun you are about to enjoy. Transformation is the same. Once you decide to transform, start expecting the results of your new life, the money, the love, the experience, everything. See it all in your mind's eye and hold on to it during the journey. Even when you get a flat tire or run out of gas for a moment, stay focused on your desire and have faith you will get there soon. Want a bonus secret? Here is a reason most people become lost in their journey. They are not present in the moment. They are not enjoying the process. Do not fight your existing reality. Do not wish you were already in California or living your dream life. Enjoy the trip and be present. When you're driving from New York to Cali, you're going to see a lot of different sights. Enjoy what you see. Be present in the moment, but expect and know that your transformation is coming soon. To be honest with you, your transformation is here now, but that's for another book. Just have faith that the results you desire are here. You just have to become aware of it. Same as if you were moving to Cali. California already exists. Your house already is there. The new job is already there. It always has been. But you were in New York, so you were not aware of these realities. You are moving to expand your awareness and enjoy the fruits your desire has to offer. You must become aware of the transformation you desire. The new life, money, happiness, all of it is already here, waiting for you. One last tip before you start your legacy. It is all your fault. Connect with me, send a video review, and share your story with me through email, thenewsecretformula@gmail.com, and Instagram @bmills_unforgettable. If interested in becoming a legacy builder, DM me on Instagram. Let's grow a legacy. Secret number 3. Know thy enemy. If you are still having a hard time accepting that the life you are living is your fault, then allow me to explain how and why this is true. Before I do, though, here is some encouragement. You have all the power to change everything in your life right now. You don't need anything. You already have everything. Just surrender and get out of the way. Now let's talk about the reason for your results in life. The good, the bad, and the ugly. Because at the end of the day, results are all that matter. Jesus Christ once said, "You will know them by their fruits," according to Matthew chapter 7, verses 16 through 20. I like to say, you will know them by their results. See, just like the fruit, the results do not lie. The question is, are you in charge of your results, or are you living your life on autopilot, allowing the enemy to control your results, which is what 95% of the population is doing? Yes, I said the enemy, by the way, and before you even ask, no, I am not talking about the devil. I am talking about the paradigm. And although your paradigm may be keeping you in hell, it is not the devil. We all have a paradigm. Some people have a paradigm that unconsciously works for them. Most people have a paradigm that unconsciously works against them. A small amount of the population is conscious of their paradigm and makes it work for them by creating a new one that will improve their life and results. You can take conscious control of your paradigm and change your results. The remainder of this book will show you how and empower you to transform. So check it. Your paradigm is a mental program that has almost exclusive control over your habitual behavior, and almost all of your behavior is habitual, said by Bob Proctor. Do you understand what this means? If almost all of our behavior is habitual and our results are determined by our behaviors, then our results are being controlled by something we do not even know, let alone are controlling. In the words of Bob Proctor, school teaches us valuable knowledge, but they never taught us how to change our paradigm. So, we see brilliant people in the world with tons of degrees, but still fall short of hitting the results they desire. Why? I just told you, it is because of the paradigm. Think this is crazy? So did I at first. During my college career, I was eager to change the political systems in America, which, at the time, I believed systematically and economically kept minorities stuck in poverty. I came to this conclusion for multiple reasons, one from my own experience. I grew up in the city amongst poverty, and then moved to the suburbs as a freshman in high school. Here I could see the advantages of being a suburban kid, such as a beautiful school, turf on the football field, an elite weight room, updated books, and a quality school lunch, none of which the inner city school had. I also noticed the difference in the way kids behaved. In my senior year at high school, for my sociology class, I put together a project where I surveyed students at Westerville North, my suburban high school, and Northland, an inner city school. The questions were targeted to see what the kids wanted to be in the future, what their college goals were, and what careers they aspired to. In addition, I asked questions about their parents' backgrounds, such as education and career. Here I discovered a pattern that unfortunately supports many statistics. Children in the inner city had a very low motivation for college. They had a desire to pursue some form of entertainment career, such as athlete, singer, producer, or musician. Conversely, children in the suburbs had a higher desire to attend college and pursue careers in nursing, business, law, engineering, etc. Additionally, it followed that most children in the inner city did not have parents who attended college. Most children in the suburbs came from the households of two parents with degrees. My conclusion from these results centered around the media and the oppression that children in the inner city face. They cannot see themselves being successful in anything other than those categories I previously mentioned, unlike suburban kids, who clearly see people that look like them widely represented in other successful careers. Fast forwarding to college at Tiffin University, I discovered that our government could track the likelihood of an area, demographic, and personal level of success based on the environment. This straightened my original hypothesis about economic and systematic oppression keeping minorities stuck. I was determined to find the solution and implement it around the globe. So I entered law school at Cleveland Marshall College of Law on basically a full-ride scholarship with the determination to establish equal economic and systematic opportunities around the world. However, it was not long until I realized that the system was just an effect of the problem. The real problem is not the system, it is the paradigm that is controlling the system. Every organization, country, community, culture, school, family, and individual has a paradigm. Some call the paradigm conditioning, but regardless of the name, until someone makes a decision to create a new paradigm, the cycle will continue. I know this personally because, as an inner city kid, I was a product of that cultural paradigm. The move to a new environment, my desire to change my results, and the grace of God allowed me to create a new paradigm for myself. I went from being kicked out of school almost every day to a full-ride law school scholarship. Once you understand the secrets to this transformation, you will know that my story is not special. It is normal. This book contains the secrets that allowed me to transform just like millions of others have throughout history. Are you following me? Well, let's get deeper and go back to your paradigm. We know our thoughts and feelings determine our behavior. Please do not act like this is new. If you have been in a fight before, you know it all started because of a thought that you had in your head, which instantly led to a feeling in your body that caused you to react and swing. Therefore, if the paradigm has almost exclusive control over our habitual behavior, and our behavior is determined by our thoughts and feelings, then the paradigm must also be controlling our habitual thoughts and feelings. Oh, by the way, you habitually think and feel things throughout most of the day. Don't take my word for it, though. Hop in your car and start to drive for about an hour. Notice how your thoughts will start to run wild and how they affect your feelings during this time. Our habitual thoughts, feelings, and behaviors determine our results. And since the paradigm is controlling all of this, we must form new habitual thoughts, beliefs, emotions, feelings, actions, and behaviors to create a new paradigm. Think of it like this. Your paradigm is programmed to produce specific results. Until you change that program by creating a new one, you will keep getting the same results. You never change things by fighting the existing reality. To change something, build a new model that makes the existing model obsolete, said by Buckminster Fuller. If you are still having a hard time accepting this truth, maybe this will make it easier. You did not create your paradigm. Nope, your parents and environment did. Do you feel better about yourself now? While I was receiving one of my degrees in forensic psychology, I learned about this thing that we all go through called conditioning. I bet if you took Psych 101, then you'll remember this too. Come on, I know your psych teacher talked about this and the whole nature versus nurture debate. Exactly. This conditioning process is essentially the same way your paradigm is formed. Okay, a quick recap. When a baby is first born, they have no conscious mind, and their subconscious mind is wide open. Our subconscious mind cannot accept or reject any information. So anything the baby is seeing, hearing, or experiencing is going directly into their subconscious mind, which the baby must accept as true. This is essentially the whole conditioning phase. Psych 101, however, did not teach us how deep this conditioning phase is and the implications it has over the rest of our lives. Think of it like this. All the experiences that your parents and environment exposed you to from when you were born until around the age of 13 were programmed into you. This program created a pattern of similar thoughts, feelings, emotions, beliefs, and behaviors that ultimately lead to a corresponding result. This is why welfare recipients are usually the third or fourth generation of welfare recipients. Additionally, if you grow up in a Democratic or Republican household, you probably share the same political beliefs as your parents. The same thing happens with religion. Many of us do not actually choose our beliefs. They are programmed into us at a very young age. This program is what we view the world through. Once the paradigm is formed, we are pretty much on autopilot. We can only receive things in harmony with our paradigm. Have you wondered how that one person you know is always getting lucky, has all the money, and takes cool trips, and you know he's not smarter than you, but you're not having the kind of life he is? Guess what? He is not smarter than you, but his paradigm is programmed for the lifestyle you probably desire. If you want to transform and live the way you truly desire, it is simple. Create a new paradigm. Now I must warn you, I said it was simple, but not easy. Our paradigm does not like change. It will fight you. This is not necessarily a bad thing. The mind does this to protect us as a survival mechanism. In reality, though, by staying the same, it is slowly killing us, sucking the life out of us every day, and keeping us in hell. You must make the committed decision to create a new paradigm and transform your life. A committed decision is one where you burn all the ships behind you. You win, regardless of what it takes. There is no retreat, only victory. You're probably thinking, whoa, that was a little dramatic. But it is necessary. When you make a serious, committed decision to create a new paradigm, you are going to go through a serious inner battle. Your world is going to get a little crazy. Everything may seem like it is collapsing in front of you. This is where you must stay strong, because you only have two options. 1, persevere and change your life forever. Or 2, go back to the norm and retreat to the confinements of your prison. If you choose to stay comfortable, you will only give strength to the paradigm, allowing it to tighten its hold on you and trap you deeper in hell. Your life will not improve this way. You will only become more unsatisfied, unfulfilled, and tormented. Therefore, retreat is not an option. You are here to expand, grow, build a legacy, and transform. Listen, this is bigger than you. Your family needs you to break the paradigm. Your community needs you. And yes, I'm going to say it, the world needs you. Once you break the paradigm, a whole new world will open up to you, a new perspective, new thoughts, feelings, and behaviors, and you will never go back to the old way of life. I encourage you, though, not to get too comfortable. You are a limitless, infinite being. You can continue to create new paradigms and break old chains of limitation. Think of it as a video game that never ends. Each paradigm you push past opens up a new level where you have more opportunities, better cars, houses, bonuses, more money, etc. I encourage you not to settle but keep transforming. Bonus secret. Since I love and hope you are ready to transform your life, let me share this analogy so you are prepared for the battle ahead. I know you have seen the cartoon Avatar: The Last Airbender, and if you haven't, then go watch it. Quick warning, this is a spoiler alert. In the second season, Prince Zuko makes a decision that goes against everything he has previously believed. The Fire Nation is on a mission for world domination, and the only person who can stop them is the Avatar. The Avatar comes along once every generation, and this Avatar is an airbender named Aang. The Fire Nation has been searching for the Avatar for over 100 years to essentially eliminate him. Prince Zuko is heir to the Fire Nation throne but had been banished and given the assignment to find the Avatar to return home. So for years, Prince Zuko has built up hatred in his heart for the Avatar and is programmed to be heartless. In the second season, things take a twist, and Prince Zuko, in a split decision, decides not to be a villain anymore and save the Avatar's bison. This decision comes at a huge price for him, though, because at that moment, he goes against his paradigm. Afterward, Prince Zuko becomes very sick and goes into a deep sleep, one where he has dreams of a battle going on between a blue and red dragon. This symbolizes the internal battle going on inside Prince Zuko. His uncle, an enlightened man, is catering to Zuko during this time and states, "This is not a natural sickness. You are going through a transformation." Zuko has a choice. He can allow the enemy to win and go back to his old ways, or he can stay strong and push past his mental boundaries. When Prince Zuko wakes from his deep sleep, he is no longer sick and emerges as a new person. Prince Zuko defeats the enemy. He breaks his old paradigm. His thoughts, feelings, emotions, beliefs, and behaviors become different. His perspective changes, and ultimately, his results change. Prince Zuko wins, and so can you. Another secret: when you choose to go back to your old ways, your life will only get worse. Before I spoil the whole show for you, watch the last episode of Season 2. Prince Zuko retreats back to his comfort zone and, well, you will see what happens. I say all of this for two reasons. One, obviously I like the show, but I want you to know that transformation is not going to be easy. Transformation is going to take some real inner work. But do not worry, because you can do it. The truth is, you've already transformed. You just don't know it yet. This book is going to tell you the formula for defeating the enemy, breaking your old paradigm, and creating one that is serving you. More importantly, it is going to allow you to constantly grow and become the person that you desire to be. For your second homework, list the things in each category that are not serving you. Beliefs, example, money is limited. Thoughts, example, negative self-talk. Emotions, example, depression. Actions, example, partying every night. And habits, example, sleeping in. Secret number 4, LG Sire. Listen, I can tell you how to make the best cake in the world, buy the ingredients for you, and provide a step-by-step recipe. But guess what? If you have no desire to make a cake, then it will all be pointless. Napoleon Hill, in his book Think and Grow Rich, was 100% right. Desire is the first step to attaining riches. It is ultimately a requirement for transformation. So if you have no desire to be great, to build a legacy, to transform your life, then please do us both a favor and stop reading this book. Put it back on the shelf for another time, maybe when you're ready, or give it to someone who can use it now. Seriously though, let's think about it. Would you make the drive to Cali from New York if you had no desire to be in California? If you were perfectly content with living in New York, why would you make that 40-hour-plus drive? Would you go to practice if you had no desire to play the game? Would you really enroll in college, take out a whole bunch of loans, go to class every day, and stay up and study all night for finals with no desire to graduate? No. So why do you think transformation is different? You must have a desire so strong that you can go through all obstacles. One where the only option you have is to make it work because you cannot imagine a life where it does not. One where the desire literally burns all ships because retreat is not possible. The only plan B is to make plan A work. The type of desire that says, give me liberty or give me death, a burning desire. So right now, go somewhere alone and ask yourself, who do you want to become? What is the lifestyle you desire? What do you want to achieve? What type of legacy do you want to live? And how do you want to be remembered? Waking up and getting by is no longer an option after reading this book. So again, I repeat, this is your way out. Stop reading if you are not ready for greatness. Transformation is necessary for your survival and for your family. So ask yourself those questions. In fact, close your eyes right now if you're listening to the audiobook. Close them. I'm serious. Close your eyes right now and allow yourself to imagine the life of your dreams. Do you want a private jet? If so, how many? And what color? Do you want to only fly first class? Do you want a yacht with jet skis, a movie theater, and a basketball court? Do you want a vacation in Maui or Cancun or Cabo or Dubai? What do you want? Allow yourself to imagine your dreams. And most importantly, know why. Why do you want this life? When you start to imagine and write down your desires, please, make sure that you feel yourself in possession of these things right now. As Bob Proctor would say, if you can hold it in your head, you can hold it in your hand. Keep the desire in your heart and hold the visions of your dream in your mind. For your third homework, design your life in each category in the present tense. Use your imagination and write out in detail what you really desire, starting with the sentence, I am so happy and grateful now that I am. Lifestyle, health, wealth, income, relationships, community. Secret number 5, God's formula. In the words of Myron Golden, be, do, have. The first time I heard Myron speak, my mind was blown away. All of the confusion and inner battles I had between the information I was learning and my interpretation of the Bible were gone. I knew at that moment I had to share this revelation with the world. See, Myron, in my opinion, is the #1 business coach in the world, and his results support my opinion. He is responsible for empowering several entrepreneurs to earn million-dollar days. Yes, you heard me right. $1 million in a single day legally. He does this by teaching people how to operate their businesses based on biblical principles. Myron understands God's formula, the platform, and the parameters God created that govern our experience on earth. I am going to share this with you, but I am not Myron, so I highly suggest you research him and hear his breakdown. The platform consists of 3 elements: time, space, and matter. We know this because of Genesis chapter 1. In the beginning, time. God created the heavens and the earth, space. And God said, let the waters under the heaven be gathered unto one place, and let the dry land appear. And it was so. And God said, let the earth bring forth grass, the herb yielding seed, and the fruit tree yielding fruit after his kind. Matter. In Genesis, we also discover the purpose of men and the parameters of the platform. Genesis chapter 1 verse 28 reads, And God said unto them, Be fruitful, and multiply, and replenish the earth, and subdue it, and have dominion over the fish, over the sea, over the fowl of the air, and over every living thing that moveth upon the earth. Here we see that God told man to be fruitful first. Then he gave them an action step saying, once you become, then do multiply, replenish, and subdue. And then finally you can have dominion over every living thing that moveth upon the earth. The error occurs when we want to have our desires. We want to have millions of dollars, but we are not willing to become or do the actions of a millionaire. The parameters are simple: be, do, have. Once you become the person that can do the things, you can have whatever you desire. These elements in the platform all have their unique purpose. Time is meant for being, space is meant for doing, and matter is meant for having. Confused? Don't be. Just follow me. Let's break it down like this, okay? If you have a desire to become a lawyer, how long does it take for you to legally become one? In most states, a 4-year bachelor's degree is required, followed by a Juris Doctor degree, which is usually another 3 years of attending law school. Once law school is finished, you then have to take a 2-day-long test called the bar exam. You can only legally practice law if you pass that exam. Then you can officially be a lawyer. So essentially, the process takes about 7 years of additional education post-high school. Why? It's actually quite obvious. During those 3 years in law school, you are becoming a lawyer. The way you think is changing, some of your beliefs are changing. Your feelings and emotions are changing. During your time in law school, you are creating a new self-image. You are now a law student, and you adopt the thoughts, feelings, and emotions of that role. Also, during this time, you start to do actions as a lawyer would. You write motions, participate in mock trials, work in internships at firms and courts under judges. Then after 3 years of immersion in being and doing the thoughts, emotions, and actions of a lawyer, you finally can have a Juris Doctorate degree and be classified as a lawyer. Do you see how higher education uses this process? It takes time to become a lawyer or doctor, and it will take some time for you to achieve your desire because you must first become that person. So, you desire to have something more in life, but are you the person who can have what you desire? Myron Golden said it best: to have something, you must do the actions to receive it. But to do something, you must become the person to do the actions to receive the thing. Transformation is not about acquiring things, but about becoming the person who can acquire the thing. The new secret formula is how you can become the person who can do the actions to have the things you desire in a fraction of the time. Time out. Before I even go on, did you write out your dream life? Did you get specific? Like how many bedrooms you want, how many cars, how many trips in a week? Good. Now here is the most important question. Did you feel it? Like on the inside of you, did you feel the emotions of having it? And if so, how did it feel? How did it feel to be the person who can have those things? If you couldn't feel yourself with the life you imagined, if you couldn't feel the gratitude, the happiness, the love, the wealth, the abundance, then do it again and keep doing it. You must get comfortable with the feeling that this is your new life. If you are a man reading this, I know we are programmed to not feel emotions, but this is a huge disservice to us. Think of your dream like a seed. The ability to feel is the water that the dreams need to grow. When you wrote out your dream, you planted the seed. Now this is why most people never get their dream. They don't feel it. They don't water the seed. Without becoming emotionally involved, it is literally like throwing seeds on top of unfertile soil, not tilling the ground or neglecting to put the seeds in the dirt, and just walking away. What if you did that to a garden and came back wondering why your fruit or vegetable did not grow? People would think you were insane. Do you see the nonsense? That would be absurd. And it is the same way with your dreams, the same way with transformation. We must firmly plant and water the seed for it to grow. The only way to water the seed is to get emotionally involved with it over and over and over again, as if you already have it right now. Yes, I said right now. You must feel as if you already have what you desire. I don't care if you're homeless or living in your car. I don't care what it is. You must feel like you have the mansion and millions now. Listen, I don't have time to break this down to prove why the now is so important, but I do suggest you read a couple of books like The Power of Now, The Power of the Subconscious Mind, The 3 Magic Words, and the Bible, and be on the lookout for a future breakdown from me. Dang, you know what? Because I love you all, I'm gonna run through it real quick in the next chapter. Sneak peek, it has everything to do with the mind, which only knows the now. For your 4th homework, write out your answers to the following questions. What does it feel like to be the person who has the things you desire? What habits are you currently doing that are not in alignment with that person? What thoughts are you thinking that are not in alignment? What emotions and beliefs do you have that are not in alignment? Now, what are some habits, thoughts, beliefs, and emotions the person you desire to become has? Replace one habit that is not serving you with one that is. Secret number 6, the garden. Your mind is the primary cause for everything, and for you to transform, you need to understand how your mind works. There are 2 parts of your mind, the conscious and the subconscious. The conscious mind may be considered the thinking mind, educated mind, and intellectual mind. This is also where you have your higher faculties such as imagination, perception, reasoning, will, memory, and intuition. These faculties, when used correctly, give you the ability to create the life you desire. When you use the mind incorrectly, You create your life based on outside conditions and circumstances. The problem is we were taught in school about our five senses and not about our higher faculties. So we have been programmed to allow the outside world to control our results. We have the power to use our higher faculties, such as perception, to shift how we experience something, or our imagination to create what we desire. Instead, we allow what we see, feel, hear, taste, and smell to control our thoughts, feelings, and behaviors, thus our results. Through our mind, we create our life from the inside, whether we are conscious or unconscious of this power. Our inside is a combination of our thoughts, feelings, emotions, and beliefs. Our inside world affects our actions and behaviors, which determine our results. Our outside world is just a mirror, a reflection of what is going on inside of us. When we do not consciously take control of our inside world, then we allow the paradigm to stay in control, and this keeps us as a product of our environment. As my mentor, Brandon Oshadin, would say, inner peace, outer abundance. Bob Proctor once said, if you change your perception, what you look at changes. When you change your perception, your life changes. Quick exercise. I want you for the remainder of the day to shift your perception. Adopt the perception of the person you desire to become. Ask yourself when you encounter something, how would that person see it? Really experience it as if you were already that person. For example, let's say you go to a restaurant and you usually look at the prices before you order. Before you look at the menu, ask yourself, how will the person I desire to become order? If you had $1 billion bank account, would you look at the price? If the answer is no, then don't look at the price now. Likewise, if someone cuts you off while driving, or you receive an unexpected bill in the mail, look at the situation from the perspective of the person you desire to become and respond accordingly. This simple exercise has the power to change your whole life when you do it often. Now, the other part of your mind is the subconscious mind, and this, my friend, is the garden of reality. See, think of the subconscious mind as soil, but not just any soil, very, 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 very fertile soil. And think of your world as a garden. Everything you see comes from the subconscious mind, and not just yours either. In fact, everything you see came from the universal subconscious mind, but that's a deeper conversation for another time, like maybe in the next book. Right now, you must understand your thoughts are seeds, and the thoughts you give energy to, the ones that go through your mind daily, are being dropped onto the soil. The thoughts that are repeated over and over again, and the ones that you get emotionally involved with are then planted firmly into the soil. The soil is your subconscious mind, and whatever is planted in the soil will manifest into your life as your result. This is the law of mind. In fact, to go a bit deeper, remember how I told you everything is energy? Well, that includes your thoughts and feelings. Your thoughts are the purest form of energy. They are not bound by any limits. Stop and think about what I just said. Your thoughts have no limits. You can think and imagine anything, anywhere. Your thoughts are not bound to the limitations of time and space. You can think anywhere at any time, underwater, underground. You can even think in space. Your thoughts are not bound by time. You can play out a whole scenario in your mind within seconds. Energy by law must manifest itself through its polar opposite. It must move into form. Remember, I am using spirit and energy here as the same thing. Energy must manifest itself in the physical, which is called matter. All matter is spirit. So we have thoughts which are pure spirit or energy, which is formless, and matter, which is basically energy into form. Now, if you understand this on the first read through, God bless. I want to repeat that by law, spirit or energy must move into form. Like when you plant a seed into the ground, inside that seed is pure spirit or energy. The energy or spirit in that seed is programmed to grow to a specific form when planted in the right environment. For example, let's say that you have an acorn seed and you plant it in the ground. When planted in the right soil, the energy in that seed will begin to transform itself by expanding and moving into form. As a result, a huge oak tree will grow. That is simply the law. energy or spirit must manifest. Same with us as humans. Our thoughts, the ones we give the most energy to, and water will move into form and manifest in the physical. Rather, they express themselves as a form of matter, such as a type of car, or circumstances such as losing a job, getting a promotion, or your annual income. Regardless, they will manifest and be in direct harmony with what was planted. Thoughts equal results. There is another law called the law of cause and effect. If you plant an acorn seed, you can only grow an oak tree. If you plant negative thoughts into your subconscious mind, you can only get negative results. It is time for you to take inventory of your garden. What kind of garden do you have, and what kind of seeds are you currently planting? Are they in harmony with the life you desire? If not, cut them down, pull up the weeds, stop giving them energy, and start focusing on the life you desire. Side note, do not force it. Do not try to block out thoughts or emotions. Your only job is to become aware of them and focus on what you desire and seek the truth. For your fifth homework, shift your perspective for one day. Really pretend as if you have everything you desire and track how you feel. Take inventory of your life. Write it down. Study yourself for a week and journal. What kind of thoughts do you habitually think? What emotions do you habitually feel? Secret number 7, the new secret formula. Where are my math whizzes at? The ones who would let me cheat off them in class? Thank you. You are the real MVP. I know math is not my subject, but can we all agree that 1 + 1 + 1 is equals 3? Okay, good. Just making sure we are on the same page. Now, what happens when you square the 3? I know this is a book and not a math class, but the answer is 9. Trust me, I'm going somewhere with this. Just follow me. Growing up, I was probably your stereotypical jock. Matter of fact, let me take that statement back. I don't want to damage the reputation of jocks with what I'm about to tell you. In high school and early college, a few buddies of mine would rate girls on a scale from 0 to 10. 0 is no attraction at all, just straight ugly, and 10 is beyond beautiful. I understand now that everyone is beautiful in their own unique way. So how about we save the lectures and get back to the point? Imagine my friends and I were at the mall and a girl walked past us, and we rated her as a solid 3 on the scale. Now, what if 3 months later, we saw that same girl, but she looked completely different, and instead of rating her a 3, we gave her a 9. The girl did a complete physical transformation, jumping from one end of the spectrum to another. This would be considered a quantum leap, which is commonly known as U2. The new secret formula is the blueprint for how you can guarantee yourself a quantum leap and transform your results in a very short time frame. Disclosure time. I'm not saying everything you write down will happen overnight. Nobody can predict how long it will take for your seeds to grow. But of the day and hour knoweth no man, no, not the angels in heaven, but my Father only. Jesus Christ said, according to Matthew 24:36. But one thing I can guarantee is, if you apply this formula and make a committed decision to become the person you desire, you will reap your harvest. To be clear, you are already applying the formula and reaping a harvest. The new secret formula, ironically, is nothing new. Remember the paradigm? Yep, that paradigm has you using this formula on autopilot, keeping you stuck with the same self-image and results. Important side note, listen, you can never outperform your self-image. How you truly see yourself matters. This formula is going to allow you to create a new self-image and become the person you desire. When you become aware and apply the new secret formula consciously with the intent to be the person you desire, then the magic happens, Harry. That is when magic, alchemy, and pure transformation begin. The new secret formula is the blueprint for how to become the person that can do the actions to have the things. Before I give you the new secret formula, you must make a couple of promises to yourself. 1, you will start keeping your word. This is critical for your success, so if you say you're going to do something, do it, and track your daily non-negotiables. Hold yourself accountable. The second promise you must make is that you will never ever try. This is equally as important as the first promise. There is no such thing as trying. There's either doing or not doing. Remove the word trying from your vocabulary and just start doing. Even better, Just start being. Now, are you ready for the new secret formula that will transform your life? E to the power of 3 equals U to the power of 2. The E stands for energy, and there are 3 categories of energy I want you to focus on. They are your thoughts, feelings, and actions. T equals 1, F equals 1, A equals 1, 1 plus 1 plus 1 is equals 3. E to the power of 3 equals U to the power of 2. When you become aware of these areas, take control of them, and adopt the ones in harmony with the person you desire to become, your life will transform. You are probably saying, "Come on now, Brian, there must be more. It can't be that easy." Well, you are right. It is not easy. And there is more. One last secret ingredient, the magic that makes everything happen. You know what it is? It is the thing that can move mountains, and only has to be as small as a mustard seed. Come on now. The second principle of Think and Grow Rich. You know it. I know you do. All things are possible to those who. All right, I'll say it. The magic ingredient is faith, belief, and internal knowing that your belief is the evidence of its existence. I don't care if you believe in God or not. I do and accept Jesus Christ as my personal Savior, but you do not have to. However, you must believe in yourself. You must have faith that what you desire will come to pass and manifest. To be more specific, you must have faith that it is already here. You just can't see it yet, but you will soon become aware of it. Faith, expecting to receive what you desire, expecting to be the person you desire to become now, and applying the thoughts, beliefs, emotions, feelings, and actions of that person every day with faith. That is who you are. I never said transformation was going to be easy, but I have faith that you already have transformed. For your 6th homework, apply the formula constantly. Bonus secret CB-Do. I want to thank you, not for reading the book, but for seeking truth and expansion. This book is just one of many steps to your transformation. Read it often and share it with your loved ones. Giving is truly receiving, and yes, I told you I like money, and so should you. Here is why, though. You should like money not just for what it can buy, but for what it symbolizes and what it can do. There is a law of compensation that clearly states the amount of money you earn is in direct relation to the number 1, need for what you do, number 2, your ability to do it, and number 3, the difficulty there is in replacing you. We live in a world where there is a demand for almost anything and anything. So the only element of the law of compensation you have to worry about is your ability to do it. Once you master your craft, it will be very difficult to replace you, and you will have the ability to write your own ticket. The truth is, you earn money by providing service, and you get compensated based on the quality of service you can provide. The Bible tells us that the greatest amongst you shall be servants to many, servants, not slaves. There is a ginormous difference between the two. A slave lives as property and is forced to perform service without any compensation. A servant is someone who chooses to render service and has the responsibility to charge for their service. Therefore, if you truly understand this principle, you should like money as well. Money is just energy in motion for service rendered. The person who can provide the most people with high-quality service that improves their life is usually the wealthiest. Wealth is inherently good, but unfortunately, many of us have been programmed to believe the opposite. The responsibility lies within you to challenge your belief system. There are millions of people out there that need your service, that need something you can offer them, and will happily pay for such a result. I challenge you to serve them. Accept your birthright to the kingdom, unlock your hidden wealth, and serve. Now it is more possible than ever to share your gifts with the world, to shine your light. Challenge those old beliefs that your parents passed down to you. Break those chains and serve. Form a new relationship with money. There is only abundance. There is no shortage of anything except for the ones that we create in our mind. I am offering you an exclusive membership to the LG Sire community. LG Sire stands for the desire to love God and grow a legacy. Our mission is to empower the world by providing everyone across the globe with abundance, the new secret formula, and the resources to support their transformation. I am a firm believer that money is a servant and, when used correctly, can have a tremendous impact. So, when you accept the possibility to become a legacy builder, join our community, and share the new secret formula, you will be rewarded not only because you planted the seed for transformation around the world, but also you will receive a 25% commission from all purchases you recommend. We have a strong saying called CB-DO. It stands for see the change you desire, become that change, and do the actions the change requires. Transformation starts with you. Let's build a legacy. Okay, last words. Seek love in all things, because love is in all. Love is all. Love is love. For your last homework, connect with me, send a video review, and share your story with me through email. The New Secret Formula at gmail.com and Instagram at bmills_unforgettable. If interested in becoming a legacy builder, DM me on Instagram. Let's grow a legacy.